So here I am in my room. I haven't taken a shower. It's 8. Oh, it's 8, about 8 in the morning, 8:30 maybe. I want to make this cool YouTube channel. I know it's going to start out stupid, but I guess that's the start. And hopefully over time I'll get motivated to make improvements to my channel that'll make me make a better channel. Now, I think actually a lot of YouTube channels, they're very formulaic. You're not gonna find, or they're very bad. I think in general YouTube videos are bad. They're just like the way they give you information is superficial. I don't know how to explain it, but I want to make a YouTube channel where I give information in a way that's easy to digest. So like, you don't have to do like arbitrary. It doesn't feel arbitrary. That's what I feel. I think it's arbitrary and superficial, and not well explained when you're trying to learn something. So I was previously in life, I guess you could say, making um, memos in my on my iPod and on my iPad of things that are on my mind, and I I realized, I mean, I knew this from the beginning, that if I keep doing that, I'm gonna eventually run out of space on my iPod and my iPad, and then I'm not gonna be able to make any more memos. So the solution, I guess, is to make YouTube videos and then record the video and then upload it, and you never have to, and then you can delete the video, and then you have your video on YouTube. That's what I think I'm gonna start doing. So it's June 13th. This is my first day of recording. One thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to get better at learning how to talk out of my ass. I guess you know what I say. I don't know how to improvise. I guess like just talk and be able to say things that are worth listening to. Um, I don't know how to do that at all. Like in a way that's like saying you gotta be able, like it's like sort of what the good conversationists I guess are get good at doing, or people who write books. Like they always know how to come up with something, the next topic, and elaborate a little bit on it and make it a little bit interesting. So what can I talk about right now? Well, I guess one thing is I just recently started selling on OfferUp. I started selling. I'm gonna sell my guitar, a keyboard, my violin, Xbox controllers, and a couple books. I'm gonna try to sell as many books as I can. Actually, maybe sell around 20 books at $5 each. That's $100. That's not a lot, is it? I mean, I don't. But here's the thing. Here's what I could do now. It's if you can look at it like it's just nothing, $100, and it's not really much. But you could also look at it like this, like $100. What you could do, and you got to have the idea to do this. If you don't have the right idea, if you don't have the idea to do this, then $100 is nothing, and there's no point in making it. But if you're like inspired in a sense, you could think, okay, I'm gonna take those $100 and buy something that I can sell for $130, and now you've made $30 profit, and then you could repeat the process to make $170, let's say, and then if you add that all up, you've made a total of $70 profit, or $40 on the margin. But what am I gonna buy? Obviously, I need the idea of that, or else it's no good. I'm gonna buy plants. I'm gonna buy plants at a nursery, like 5-gallon plants, I guess they're called. 5 gallons is the volume. of the plant. So I'm gonna buy these plants and then sell them on OfferUp. And I'm gonna see if I can do it. My cousin Esau I was talking to him yesterday, and we were talking about business. He was saying you could make a business out of just selling plants. And basically, he just said the idea is just buy them at wholesale, and you get it for really cheap. And then compared to retail, you could mark up the price of the of the plant like 3 times, and you'd still be selling a lot cheaper than retail. For some reason, retail is really expensive, and if you were to do that, you could make a pretty good little business out of that, and you could actually make like a full-time income. And I was thinking that's a really good idea. Maybe I should try doing that. Since I'm not working, I can't really work. I was thinking that's a good idea. So then that's what I'm gonna do with the $100. I just said I was selling things on OfferUp, and if I get $100, that's what I'll do. We'll do with those $100. I'll go on OfferUp, and I'll buy plants and go on OfferUp and sell them. The thing with this vlog is I want to be able to. I know it's not trivial, but the goal is to hold on. Sorry, I was opening up another bottle of water. The goal of this YouTube channel is, the goal of making any video is really to be able to come up with ideas that you can talk about. I don't know what that takes. I think maybe that takes mental clarity. It's in a sense, I guess not in a sense. It's exactly being creative. That's what I need to work on. Being creative. It's just you're in a room. What can you talk about? And I guess if maybe here's the idea. I don't know if this is really necessarily true, but I think if you just stay in your room, because that's all I do. I just stay in my room or in my house, and you just basically sit down and dedicate yourself to doing this one thing. They say if you do that, you get better at it no matter what. There's even the 10,000 hour rule, where if you do something for 10,000 hours, you'll become an expert at it. So if you just sit in your room and you decide all you're gonna do is just make YouTube videos, or not even YouTube videos per se. Like, yeah, they will eventually be uploaded on YouTube, but if you just decide to make videos, I should say, because that's what you're really doing, just making videos. If you decide to just make videos, you'll eventually know how to create ideas. You'll know, like, okay, this idea is getting old. I need to move on to another idea, and then be able to come up with that in a reasonable amount of time, and explain, and then talk about that next idea a little bit. And maybe part of the process is by reading books, I was thinking, because if you read books, it gives you ideas. And you don't even need to read books, even, really. You could just, like, in between videos, go on the internet or Wikipedia and search something, and then you have a bunch of material to reflect on in your videos. That's one possibility. 10,000 hours is several years. So even if you worked, even if I were to do this for 4 hours every single day, and I basically could, because I don't have anything to do during the day. I'm unemployed as hell, and I have no interests. So I have all the time in the day to do this, and I could reasonably take out 4 hours of my day just to do this every single day and see where it leads. Um, so yeah, I mean, I I know my ideas at this point seem really, what's the word, when like discontinuous, I guess. But I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to try because I'm going to maybe go from the angle of and this might be a really bad idea, but I kind of find like I think any idea is better than no idea. Either A, I'm this loser personality who doesn't deserve any attention, but I'm gonna try it anyway, and I'm gonna get my attention that way. I think that might be a bad angle, like especially since I don't want to look at myself as a loser. I don't think I don't I'm not I don't have low self esteem. I don't have low enough self esteem for that really. I look at myself as being like, yes, I'm in a bad position in life, but I mean I don't consider myself a loser. Another thing I could do is I could look at it from this angle. I like this angle better. Like, I'm this guy who doesn't know who doesn't know what he's doing, and I'm the last person in the world who should be making YouTube videos. And so that's gonna be my angle. Like, every once in a while, I'll return to that theme. Or maybe just I'm an everyday guy, not a normal guy. I'm not a normal guy at all. Maybe I could use that. I'm not a normal person. I have an abnormal life because I don't work. And I live with my parents and I'm 34. I'm about to turn 34 tomorrow. So I'm not exactly the normal person. Maybe there's something unique that I could offer from that perspective. Or just like, I don't know, like maybe just that perspective alone is unique and it's good enough to be interesting. Because I sort of have, like, sometimes, a lot of times I think, boy, people who work are really lucky because they have something to look forward to. They have like it's like they have a reason to get up in the morning. They have something to do, which is a big plus in the world. Like, if you have if you have nothing to do, believe me, that gets depressing. Your mind wants something to do that is important. It needs that. If you don't give it that, it does become depressed. It's just cause and effect. I don't know how to explain it any more. I don't know how to break that down anymore. I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could come up with like a theory or a structure or like a framework, a frame that explains that. But I'm not good enough with words, sadly. But if you don't give yourself important things to do during the day, and work is that, then you become depressed. And basically that means you feel your mood, which is it's just basically the way you feel. Like, it's like your emotional mood thermometer, I guess. If you're feeling good, it's like you feel warm and you feel lighthearted and you feel optimistic. That's a good mood. And if you're in a low mood, you feel the opposite of lighthearted, heavy, like something weighs you down. You don't feel optimistic. You feel unhappy, and that's a low mood. And that's what happens. Basically, when you don't have something important to do during the day, you feel unhappy. Um, and maybe I'll talk about that. I don't even know if I could. Like, I mean, this goes to go into a tangent a little bit. Like, I want to make videos, and maybe some of that, maybe one aspect of making videos is doing work. Like actually sitting down, trying to focus, and trying to come up with ideas to talk about. Like, developing the idea, and that takes time. That takes time for you to sit down and just focus, and then just have moments where you're just sitting thinking about what's the next development, as how can I develop this idea. um, and that might be the process, or maybe you're gonna go for more of an improvised style. I don't think that's really possible, really, but I just want to do that, and that's part, I guess that's just me being lazy, which I need to not be. I guess if I want to make YouTube videos, I need to they say that you even need to record video. Some people say you need to even script your videos. But for now, I'm just gonna make it freestyle, and I'm gonna make videos. I guess pretty much every day, maybe even multiple videos every day. I mean, that's just because I have time to do that. I don't like. Here's the thing. I don't know what it's like to have a job. Does that mean like you don't have time during the day, basically, right? Like you're at work from like you get up at like 6 in the morning, you leave to work at like 8, and I guess you start working around 8:30 or 9 or something, and then you don't get back till 5 in the evening, and then you could still make videos for 4 hours after that, but then I mean, suppose you got to cook, and you got to always make sure your room is nice and tidy, which takes up time. I'm foreign to that. I mean, that's foreign to me. This idea of getting up in the morning and getting ready for work, doing something that you feel is important. Eh, like you're making money. I don't think a lot of people see work as that, as being this thing where you go to, where it's something important and therefore valuable. I think people just see it as an obligation, and nothing more. They just see it as, oh, I'm supposed to, and see it more or less as a chore for that reason. And maybe it is, but or I don't know. It still is something very important. Anyways, I'm gonna stop making this video because I don't want to create videos that are like 30 minutes long. I'm at 17:30. I don't want to make videos that are like 30 minutes long because first of all, they take forever to upload, but second of all, I just won't watch them. Anyways, I'm gonna stop this video, and I'm gonna make another video right afterwards. That's all.